Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 9. Episode 8, we learned a lot more about Joyce's medical condition. She went in for that CAT scan. The results came back saying she has a tumor in her brain, and they're trying to figure out what the next steps are. Riley was definitely on the outs in the last episode. We found out who this lady in red is. Her name is Glory, and she's definitely still trying to find this key. She doesn't know that it's Dawn, thankfully, and Buffy was able to kill this snake that Glory had sent out to try and track down Dawn. I hope we learned some good news about Joyce in this episode, and Buffy is able to kind of process what's been going on. She's definitely been pushing her feelings down and trying to be strong for everybody. I'm really enjoying the season so far, so thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
If you eat Jello, there's some cow out there limping with no feet. But I told her I'm sure they kill it before they take off their feet.
I mean, she's not wrong. It's just graphic.
Well, maybe some good news will help. The blood work's come back from the lab and everything seems fine.
That's great. Yes.
Surgery for day after tomorrow at 10 in the morning.
Oh, that's quick. Oh, no. It's good, but bad and lots.
All right, then. Joyce, you take care. Make sure and get some good, solid rest. And I mean that.
Okay, so that means they can operate? That's good news, I guess. They can take it out.
I have Mom taken care of to do. Besides, Riley's filling in for me with the others. I'm sure they have everything under control.
As soon as they say that, you know they're gonna cut to something where everything's going wrong. Oh! These vampires are starting to look more like WWE stars. Like, these guys are ripped. 3-on-1. Come on! Yes!
Oh my god. What a rough night.
Giles is like, I'm too old for this.
But I think I should get points just for showing up. Unlike some Riley Finn who shall remain unnamed.
Okay, so where's Riley?
Maybe it would have been good if he'd showed up.
What's he forgot?
I don't think he forgot. Oh no, Riley, what are we doing here? Is he just letting her feed off of him now? What? We saw that with Sandy as well. This is his new thing now? What's happening?
Care package. Special delivery for the Summers girls.
Willie's so cute. I love Willow.
This seemed like the most important idea, and now there's the whole part where I'm crazy.
It's perfect. Thank you, Willow.
Yeah, like what do you get? Like, what gift do you get somebody?
I'm fine. Go on, what else is in that sack of goodies, Willow?
Alright.
She's definitely playing it down and pretending she's okay.
So it should be no hassle to make it. I don't even know if I'm gonna take that exam.
I'd rip it in half and stick it in bed with me.
Oh my, that's aggressive in many ways.
Huh?
They said she could have some symptoms. I'm guessing that's what that is. Yeah, probably a good idea.
No data. There's no pictures on this one. There! What is the data? There's no one in there.
He knows she's the key somehow. No data is a weird way to say it, but he knows something's up about her for sure.
The ones with families are letting him go home. Like his family's gonna be able to take care of him. He has to have someone watch him 24/7.
I don't trust this Ben guy. He's very suspicious still.
Oh, he was just babbling.
We saw him in a few episodes ago as well, and with the security guard and everything, and yeah, I don't trust him.
You know what's weird?
Japanese commercials are weird.
Yes.
They're having a little cute day looking at the stars.
And the time that it takes for their light to reach us. They've died.
Isn't it like 7 days or 7 years or something that the stars can die that we can still see them?
Yeah. And see those stars along there?
The big pineapple and the stars.
See those stars over there? Short man looking uncomfortable.
That's cute.
Moose getting a sponge bath.
That would be very awkward. They're giant creatures.
Little pile o' crackers.
I see. probably meteor.
Oh, shoot. Yep, that's a meteor. Oh, I'm assuming that's not going to bring good things in Sunnydale. Are we doing an alien episode? Where are we going with this? Oh, man.
That's a space and needs to walk to get me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what the heck was that? That guy got snatched. I'm sorry, what?
This thing doesn't work.
Was that? That was terrifying. Why was it on the ceiling?
Joyce, there's no reason to get upset.
No reason to get upset? Oh, right. Sorry. I must just think there is because of my brain tumor.
She's definitely getting agitated more quickly, which could be a lot of things.
And all the instructions on how to do everything.
She's right. Let's do this right. We don't want to forget anything.
I don't know what the process would be if she'd be able to go home, but I would definitely rather be at home for sure. But what the is this thing crawling on the ceiling, more importantly? It's like gray vampire goo slug. Ugh.
Glad you answered.
Oh yeah, sorry about last time.
It's like I was busy getting drained by a vampire, my bad.
Cause there's radiation, you can like go all sterile.
Xander runs.
It went here.
Oh no, 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 no. I thought the guy they were rolling in was this guy at the hospital, but obviously not.
No pulse.
Yep. Space Lamb got him.
Space Lamb. Stop it, Anya.
Riley, what are you doing?
Not sure, there's something.
Oh god. Oh. That's horrible.
Yes, because it seems like we're always dealing with creatures from outer space, except that we don't ever do that.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of aliens in the show.
This is definitely new territory.
So we should explore a bit more.
Lots of weird creatures, goblins, ghouls, vampires. Not a lot of aliens.
Much better idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Could have been some other cases like this. I'm gonna stay here, examine the body some more.
Well, that's creepy. By yourself?
Call me if you learn anything.
You got it. I don't want to be the one that finds the bodies anymore.
Yeah, it's always Willow. Oh, man.
I need to speak to the man at the desk. This is it.
Well, that's ominous.
This is Riley Finn.
Is it some initiative?
Oh.
Yeah, Ben said they're just, like, releasing them into the public.
I can't see you. I can't see you. I can't see you.
That would be terrifying. Oh my gosh. It's just slithers. Ah! And of course she's not gonna respond. She thinks it's normal. Oh my god! Oh, good morning to you. That's disgusting. His whole face is teeth. Just teeth.
Well.
Ugh.
No, I got this. We really, really appreciate.
You look just like your father when he cries. What do you think?
What the? This thing is seriously messing me up and terrified.
Hell out of here.
It almost looks like the first thing that came to mind was like Nosferatu, like that gray, very pale, very, very sharp teeth.
It's off. It's off. You know what? Why don't you shut off the lights in the living room, and I will take you upstairs, and we'll shut off all the lights up there, okay?
She's doing such a good job. That would be so tough. Yeah, my guess is Riley called in some initiative connection. I thought maybe he was calling his new vampire buddy at first, but...
Woods and call us in. You usually call your girlfriend for this kind of thing.
They're still giving him a hard time about this? Seriously?
Bags. Shouldn't be too much background gamma noise out here.
Break them out.
It's definitely interesting to see Riley kind of back in his element. Like, he's a born leader, and he's, you know, taking charge of the situation, but I wasn't expecting the initiative, or whatever version of the initiative this is. Of course the space goo followed them home. Ugh.
Mom, what are you doing?
I'm making breakfast.
She said angrily.
Oh, you're disgustingly fat.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! So rude!
We'll put you back to bed.
It'd be so confusing, and you're saying things you don't mean, and your kids are now trying to take care of you. Space goobs moved into the closet.
Get away from me. You're nothing. You're a shadow.
Mom.
I don't know what you are, how you got here.
Mom, it's done.
Does she realize obviously something? Oh, just to switch back and forth like that is terrifying.
Tired. We all are. Come on. Go to sleep.
That's the second time this episode someone's been like, Dawn, you're not real. What's wrong?
Said I didn't belong. Said I wasn't real.
Which is true, but very rude to say.
And it makes them feel like nothing's real except for them. That's all it is.
And Buffy knows, obviously, but can't say anything. She's trying to comfort her.
You get info about a killer snot monster.
Because it's a killer snot monster from outer space.
That's in the name of my autobiography.
The man in the woods. He was a mental patient.
And he got pretty well quelled.
Excellent use of the worst.
So, who summoned it?
Who else? My money's on Glory.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's gotta be her.
Listen, Riley, I saw Buffy's mom earlier, and she was acting kind of wacky.
And that explains now why it's going after Joyce.
If you find out how I can kill this thing.
Well, okay, but shouldn't we come help? Okay.
I also love how she has to use payphones.
Father to tell me that there would be tennis being played. I just didn't know.
Crazy Joyce. Oh no, that would be...
Those eyes.
I'm having like the Exorcist flashbacks.
You like that?
What are you asking me? You are asking me, aren't you? This is a test. And if
She's definitely getting worse.
I need to know now. Okay, there.
Is that a Beanie Baby? Oh, Buffy. So sad. She has to do dishes in the dark and drowns out her mom's crazy ramblings. Oh.
Me. Did they tell you that at the gate?
Stop staring at me. I don't like it.
Oh my god. Of course, this thing is just adding fuel to the fire. And the way her hands are as well. Oh no. I hope they can get there soon.
So some poor mental patient checks out of here today, drives away with this thing, took it right to its home.
He's like, Buffy, 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 go to Buffy, right now.
Now!
Close my eyes, and when I open them, you're going to go away.
Oh, God, and they're gonna think it's just her. Oh, my God. Oh, she loves to do that. She loves to puke on her. Oh, my God. What the... It doesn't even have a face. Yeah, get it, Dawn. Oh, my God. That's a horrible face mask. Cheese and rice. This is the scariest creature we've seen. Oh, my God. It's terrifying. What the... is this thing? Well, Dawn saved the day, that's for sure.
What is it? There's something out there, Buffy. It's after Mom. You guys stay in here. Don't leave this room.
Oh, God, it loves to attack from a... Get it? Oh. Well, that's how she got Ted. Oh, my God.
It's okay, my...
It's so tiny and slimy and weird and just... Ugh, I hate it so much. Spike. God.
You were stealing?
Well, yeah. Can't exactly work the counter at Burger Barn,
Wait,
can I?
those pictures of me?
Oh, bonked him. Oh. I can't look at it. Oh my God, it's horrifying. And this weird shell suit. Oh my God. Don't throw knives, please. Oh, my, oh, right in the shell. Get it. Oh my God, the teeth. It's like 6 rows of teeth. Well, that's a noise only dogs can hear. Oh my god! Get it off! This is not gonna help Riley's ego. Spike's there, and they've already killed it. Yeah.
Everything's all right. Everything's all right.
Yeah, and Buffy has to be the strong one again and protect everybody. What is this Ben guy up to? Is he the one that summoned that thing? I don't know. I don't trust him for a minute.
Humble postulant, it looks like chaos. Like unnecessary attention drawn where it ought not to be.
Yeah, that's the demon that was with Glory. Obviously he's working with Ben as well. Dig.
Cleaning up Glory's mess. Just like I've done my whole damn life.
I knew he was up to no good. He's working with Glory.
Even though it didn't seem possible, even though I shouldn't think such things.
What?
About Dawn, I'm guessing.
That Dawn.
Yep.
She's not mine, is she?
She doesn't know what she is, but she knows something's up. Yeah. Oh man, how are you gonna tell her? Especially now. What do you say?
No.
And Joyce figured it out.
Mom. No, listen to me. No matter what she is, she still feels like my daughter.
Aww. I wasn't expecting Joyce to ever really, like, figure it out, and she definitely doesn't know the full scope of it, but she gets the gist of it. And, oh man. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 9. It was a slower episode, obviously the main focus being Joyce in the hospital and this tumor. We still had our monster of the week, obviously, with this thing crash landing from outer space. I don't know what it was about this creature, it just gave me the creeps and was so it wasn't like a big giant monster. I think it only even had like 2 front arms or legs even, and it was crawling around on the ground, but just was so terrifying and creepy, and the way it just like puked slime in your face, just so gross. And the fact that its face was 90% teeth, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Hellraiser and a little bit of Nosferatu as well, just with the very, very sharp teeth and like the pale like gray complexion. It definitely looked up close like a person just in this like reptile suit, slug suit, whatever it was. It had a shell of some kind. It's definitely more of an emotional episode, just like the previous one where Buffy is trying to process everything going on with her mom, and she broke down a little bit when she was doing the dishes, and then, you know, Dawn screams out her name, and then she has to go right back into fight mode. And that scene where she's, you know, hugging her mom and Dawn, and they're both leaning on her literally, and she's got her head held high, like she has to be the protector, she has to be the brave one. And I was definitely tearing up when Joyce was asking Buffy to look out for Dawn, and I definitely wasn't expecting Joyce to figure out kind of what Dawn is. Definitely didn't say, you're the key and you're a source of energy, but the fact that she knows, hey, biologically this kid is not mine, but she feels like she belongs, and she's definitely still, you know, a part of the family, and wanted to make sure Buffy would look after her, but was able to see past what Dawn is. And yeah, that was interesting. I know Buffy would never tell her mom, especially with everything going on. Dawn is kind of figuring it out, but Buffy was also able to talk to her, so I don't think Dawn has any idea what she is or what she's capable of. Vinny is a baby, and he needs to be cuddled and held at all times. He's currently passed out, so if you hear purring, that's where it's coming from. Do you want to say hi, Vinny? Winnie is hiding in the cupboard. She's definitely the less social cat. But I'm cautiously hopeful that everything with Joyce will work out. They were able to catch it relatively quick. She's been able to go in for an operation relatively quick, like within a couple of days. And they were able to figure out her diagnosis and get her in right away, which sounds like she definitely needed. And she was having a few outbursts here and there, and obviously that slime monster, Quell demon was not helping things, or Quell alien was not helping Joyce's mental state. But I feel like if she didn't go in for surgery soon, those outbursts would get more and more intense, and it would just put more pressure on Buffy to be home all the time, never sleep. Like, Buffy is also human and needs to rest and take care of herself, because if she burns out, then no one's going to be there to look after Joyce. Dawn is obviously still pretty young, so I'm definitely curious to see what the next episode will be, if they'll pick up right when Joyce gets out of surgery. The last few episodes have been pretty much right in sequence, like they just pick up right where the last episode left off. And usually in the show, something happens, they do a few episodes and they come back to it, a few episodes and they come back to it again, but this has been straight through. We also found out that Ben obviously has connections to Glory and has been cleaning up her mess this whole time. And he's the one who summoned this thing from outer space. So my guess is he's probably as old, if not older maybe, than Glory. Please no spoilers. These are all speculations, because just the way he said, well, I've been cleaning up her mess just like I have always done. Like, it implied somebody who had known her for a very long time and was sick of her shit basically, and was tired of always being there to clean up after her. We'd seen Ben sporadically in a few episodes this season, so we're definitely seeing more of him, especially with spending more time at the hospital and Joyce being there. So yeah, when that drag demon got into the back of his car, I was like, this is not good. And Ben wasn't like freaking out. He wasn't like, who are you? What are you doing here? He was like, oh, you again. Like, obviously they know each other, and obviously they've been working together for some time. It'll definitely be interesting to learn more about how him and Glory know each other, if we'll get any insight into their backstory. Even Glory we know a little bit about, but she's still a fairly new character, obviously just coming into the story in this season. And I'm glad we didn't have to wait till the end of the season to find out what was going on with Ben. He was giving off very suspicious vibes from the early on. We had that scene where the security guard was brought in and he was at the hospital, and anytime we meet a new character in Sunnydale, I'm instantly like, what's wrong? Who are you? Why are you here? Sunnydale's already a very suspicious place. We found out Riley has this new habit of just letting vampires drain his blood. That's 2 episodes in a row, and I don't know if they've covered what it's like for humans. It's possible, but I know it doesn't obviously turn Riley into a vampire, and obviously the vampires are enjoying it, but from a human perspective, I don't understand what Riley is getting out of this, or if he's just spiraling and this is like his new habit or whatever, his new hobby that he's taken up. And even Xander's like, oh, I'm glad you picked up when we called, because obviously Riley had other plans when they tried to reach him. And then to see Riley connect again with the initiative, and then they show up to help Riley with this creature from outer space, and it was definitely interesting to see Riley kind of back in initiative mode, back in, his soldier days, and trying to lead everybody and be like, no, we're doing this, we're going here, this is the plan. And we haven't really seen him have that confidence and kind of in that leadership role in a while, which I think it was a big part of his character, so it was kind of a throwback to see that again. And the way he's talking to the general, and the way that he's interacting with everybody, and luckily he was able to figure out that, this thing went to Buffy's house. And then at the same time, that heartbreaking moment when he walks in and sees that, of course, who's there but Spike? Good old Spike just happens to be there, and, the creature's dead already, work is done, and, thanks for showing up, basically. And he's gonna have more questions as to why is Spike always in Buffy's house, and why does he seem to, be there all the time. And we find out Spike's been just like stealing from Buffy's house pictures of her from the basement. Like, oh, Spike, he's just so hopelessly in love with Buffy. Overall, I thought it was an okay episode, definitely slower, definitely more of an emotional episode, because obviously everything going on with Joyce. I definitely enjoyed it. I don't know that it'd be my favorite of the season, but just the fact that Joyce is now, headed into surgery, that's the focus, obviously, of the story. What's Buffy gonna be like? What's gonna happen? Just a lot of questions in the air right now. Obviously, Glory is still there in the background. Quite a few people came up to Dawn, as we saw, and said, there's no data, you're not real, you're not here, and she's obviously freaked out. So I'm hoping Buffy was able to calm her down, and Buffy isn't gonna tell her anything. I don't think ever. Who knows? Again, please no spoilers, but Buffy's definitely had to step into this big sister role and really, you know, make sure that Dawn is okay, and obviously she promised her mom that she would look out for her. We only had a few scenes with Spike and a little bit more scenes with the Scooby Gang, but again, obviously the Joyce storyline was the focus for this episode. I'm very anxious and nervous to go into the next episode to find out everything that's going on with this surgery, if they'll be able to successfully operate, if there'll be complications. It's just a lot of pieces, and it's just so heartbreaking to see Buffy try and deal with this. She's still, you know, a kid herself, and watching her mom go through all of this would just be so painful. That slimy creature from outer space will haunt my dreams. That thing was terrifying, and they kept showing close-ups of its face and all of its teeth. Horrifying. But thank you so much for sharing on this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, so that means they can operate? No data is a weird way to say it, but the big pineapple and the stars. That was terrifying! Why was it on the ceiling? It's like gray vampire goo. Is that a Beanie Baby? Drowns out her mom's crazy ramblings. It's so tiny and slimy and weird and just, ugh, I hate it so much. Space lambs.